Right, welcome to the official ceremony of the UMAC Award 2021. The ceremony will be guided by Akiko Fukuno, UMAC Award Committee Chair. And we have in our guests the jury, Andrew Simpson, UMAC Vice Chair, Steph Scolton, UMAC Vice Chair, Isabel Garcia Fernandez, representing the higher education sector, Vice Rector of the Complutense University of Madrid, Anne Lai Shun, representing ICOM, Vice President of ICOM, and also Terry Semiotti Nyambe, who will be arriving shortly. Representing the nominees of the UMAC Award, we're terribly excited to have them. Sefi Handler, Director of the Genia Schreiber Art Gallery, Tel Aviv University, Israel. David Odo, Director of the Academic and Public Programs from Harvard University Museums, Harvard University, USA, and Morten Skeidsgaard, Director of Science Museerne, Aarhus University, Denmark. Also, representing the recipient of the UMAC Award 2020 last year, Jannica Andersen, Acting Director of Tartu University Museum, Estonia. So over to you, Akiko, and yeah, tell us.
Yes.
Tell us what happened.
Thank you, Marta. Thank you, finalists, the jury, the award committee, members, and everyone watching this ceremony. Every year we receive many projects, and this year we had submissions from Spain, Israel, the UK, Denmark, Poland, China, and the USA. All were wonderful, awesome projects. And I believe that it must have been very difficult for the jury to make evaluations. Okay, now I should probably start my slides. Okay, there you go. Now, announcement ceremony. Now, okay, we have 3 projects as introduced by Marta, Tel Aviv University, Harvard Art Museums, Harvard University, their project, and the Science Museerne, the Aarhus University in Denmark, Profession and Passion. Now, just to introduce you again, the jury and the UMAC Award Committee. Now, may I have some words from our jury, some general impressions or your comments on this year's candidate, please? Should we start with Isabel, please?
Thank you, Akiko. I have to say that it's a pleasure for me to be jury this year too. I was jury last year because we have the chance to see these projects are really incredibly done. I mean, it's really creative, as we have seen in this year since I started these awards. So we have the chance to see them carefully and have the presentations of these finalists. The other projects that were presented were really good too. So it's hard, as Akiko said, to choose 3 finalists, and we don't know yet who is the winner. So it's a surprise for us, but it's hard to choose because there were really different. So it shows the richness of our universities and our museums collections and the way we see them and our needs and our the different approaches we have and with the resources we have. Magnificent exhibitions, 2 of them really different in concept. Artistic and more documentary, and both were really I don't know, I learn a lot when I see them. And I aware of the hard work that is behind those projects, because in this difficult situation it was really, I think it was hard to coordinate all this. Also, the other project too is how to be online in this, how to use our collections and coordinate and offer a good product for our academic community. Was really also amazing the way they did it, and the outcome they have. So I just congratulate them all, and I don't know who won, but for me, the three of them, they're the winners. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Isabel Garcia. May I hear from Anne Leishun, please? Vice President of ICOM.
Thank you. Thank you, Akito. Hello, everyone. This year, like everywhere in the world, we are experiencing a very complicated year. So actually, I was not so positive about the nominations, and because the COVID-19 impacts our professional career, museums, even our personal life. So in all degrees, but it was to my surprise, we still received so many so very impressive projects. So it was really encouraging and appreciate very much. So I see also the diversity of all these projects, representing different disciplinaries, different geographical, the different regions, it's culture, a type of museum. So it was really very diversified. So, and more importantly, I felt all the projects are very impressive for me, and I also learned from them. So in the last, the finalists, we see the nature and the principle of this UMAC Award. So also that is the diversity. We see from North America, from Europe, from Asia. So it has been great. So I wouldn't be surprised even any one of them to be the last winner. I just want to congratulate UMAC, to congratulate with the committee, and especially to all these projects. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne Leishun. Thank you very much. I think Terry is not here yet, so may I hear from Andrew or Vice Chair?
Yeah, thank you very much, Kiko. Look, it was an absolute pleasure to be involved with the judging panel for this year's UMAC Awards. I think just to reflect on what Anne Leishun has already said, and Isabella, the quality of all the projects that were submitted really is quite outstanding. And to me, it reminds me of the importance and value of the work that university museums can do, particularly in the areas of interdisciplinarity, and also in the area of being a kind of a conduit or a place for dialogue between the academic community and a whole range of other communities. And I think aspects of that are reflected in all three finalists, and all three finalists are quite they're all impressive projects and quite different projects, and it's amazing the quality that's coming forward. It kind of convinces me that museology in higher education setting, really does seem to be its own sort of emerging speciality, if you like, in terms of new museological thinking and new museological developments. Yeah, so I can't wait to find out who's won it this year. So please, let's move on. And thank you for your wonderful steerage of the committee this year again, Akiko.
Thanks to Marta too. Okay, now let's move on to Steph. May I hear some words from you? Steph.
Yeah, no, sorry, I had to unmute myself. Thank you, Akiko. Thank you, Andrew and Lashun and Isabel, for your comments already. So it's not necessarily that much to add, but I think I'm the only acting university museum director on the forum, which always gives me a bit of an angle that I look at these projects. And usually there's two things that I think is, what can I steal from them? What great ideas are there that I can absorb in our own practice? And some of the other sentiment is sometimes jealousy. Why didn't we come up with any, something that good as has been presented in these different projects? So it's always a pleasure. I mean, it feels like, you get a, you get to go into the kitchen of other institutions to see, how they've prepared these projects. Each and every one is, has value to them. That there's no doubt about that. They're all winners in many respects. Maybe one comment to make about this year's round, that it seems that most of the applicants were fairly well-resourced institutions. I'm not sure if that's going to be a trend, but or if that has anything to do with COVID. But of course, it does help if you're able to, if you have the resource, technically, staff, but also financially, to be able to turn around these projects. In that respect, I mean, I feel it's an interesting process because we as a jury do not know who has won. And I think I should give back to Akiko without further ado.
Sure.
Akiko, please. Thank you.
Now, before moving on, since we have the finalists with us now, let's hear maybe a minute or two, just a short presentation, just in case some of you missed the presentation, made last month. So may I have Sefi?
Thank you, Akiko and Tamar. Yeah, she's here. Well, I'll be short because I think most have been said. We were thinking about the changing hierarchies between humans and plants. And this is the ambivalent name, Plant Planet. It's a combination of scientists and it's a combination of scientists and artists, Israeli artists and well-recognized artists worldwide that joined us. And I think the most surprising aspect for us, because due to the COVID situation, the exhibition stayed longer than we thought, and it kept on growing, and we grew with it. So it's kind of was an amazing moment with all the difficulties. We actually managed to expand and plant a new garden during the closures, and we opened it when we went out from the third wave of the COVID. And maybe just a very short comment from my co-creator, Tamar.
Thank you, Sefi. It's a project that, as Sefi said, we're thrilled that we were able to keep this long because it actually showed us the power of the exhibition itself, the power of plants to keep growing, to keep expanding, to keep gaining new meaning as we are addressing this crisis, which was something that was wonderful, to look at them differently, to learn new things about them and about their meaning for our future survival. on this planet. So it was wonderful. We're thrilled to be here. I may want to comment for a second about what Steph said. We're a gallery, not a museum. We're actually very, very, very limited in sources. Our staff is tiny, and we don't have a budget that's given to us. We have to actively pursue it each and every time. So it actually was a great challenge, but we're thrilled that we're able to do this. And a big thanks goes to our talented scientists and collaborators and artists and everyone who worked on this project. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. Just may I introduce some comments from the jury? Interesting and relevant contemporary subject matter, a good example of what collaborations between scientists and artists can bring to the table. Art and science lead to interesting projects such as this one, where different artistic disciplines converge and work with researchers is encouraged. Okay, thank you. Now, should we move on to introduce David on the next project from Harvard University Arts and Museums?
Great, thank you, Akiko. And I just first want to thank all the members of the jury for considering our project, and it's such an honor to be nominated with these other fantastic museum projects. The pandemic pivot, as the kind of name implies, came about in response to the COVID-19 crisis that hit us all across the world in March 2020. In the United States, certainly, this is when our museum had to temporarily shut down. So we realized in my division of academic and public programs in particular that we had to find a way to continue our teaching and mission, and also our communicating through programs to our other audiences beyond the walls of the university. So it was, as you can imagine and have gone through yourselves, I'm sure, your own institutions, incredibly stressful, but also a moment of great creativity. And in fact, no matter what the resources are, the difficulties of trying to continue our work that we've all defined, so many of us have defined as being in person, directly with objects and directly with materials, how we did that in a virtual format was incredibly challenging. But we're really excited and pleased about the results. We've learned so much together with our students and faculty colleagues and members of the public. So we're really happy to be able to present this project. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, our jury said, good response to the impact of the COVID pandemic. It feels similar to responses created elsewhere, though not all have all tools and resources available that Harvard has. But the change brought about by the pandemic has made us rethink the role of collections and proposals for the community. Experimenting with new ways of collaboration and participation is essential. Okay. Thank you, David. And so should we move on to Aarhus University? So please, Morten.
Yes, thank you. I'm sitting here in the exhibition Profession and Passion. We have worked closely with 3 female and 5 male scientists, collected objects from their offices, and even collected a whole office of the first Nobel Prize taker from Aarhus University, filled with 40 years of science and 2,000 days of experiments. And our intention was to unfold the daily life of a scientist with the passion and the calculations and for example, the theme curiosity we explore is an important driving force for scientists. And we also explore other themes like experiment and collaboration in the exhibition. And behind me, you see the bookshelves of a GIRAF researcher with all his curiosities. And here on my left side, perhaps you can see an aquarium with hearts, from a mouse heart to a whale heart, used for research. So we also try to arouse the curiosity of the visitors in the exhibition. Yes, so, and also thank you to UMAC for nominating us. We are very happy about that.
Okay. Thank you, Morten. Our jury said, a clever concept of an exhibition that is about the personal side of science and the process of science done in a way that integrates audience responses into a scientific study, maximum use of the museological setting within the university. The 4 frames for doing science make a quality exhibition construct. Transferability highlights museum learnings from research through a research output. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so it shows how difficult it was and the level, the quality of all the projects. And the ones not in here were also very good and very nice. So should we go on to the announcement of the finalist? Please, Marta.
So I'm not going to announce, but I'm going to send to Yannicka. Annika already knows who the winner is. Ines, mute yourself.
Okay, I'm ready to announce. Are you ready? I'm very excited. I missed my badges here, but I now can say the winner of the UMAC prize. It's Denmark, Aarhus University Science Museum. My congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, undskyld. Yeah, hello. Thank you. Well, fantastic.
Martin, congratulations.
I wouldn't imagine. I think the other project was so fantastic too.
They were all fantastic.
I'm really, I didn't believe it, but this is really fantastic, amazing. My God, can I say something, or am I interrupting the program?
No, you can.
But I mean, we have worked with wonderful designers and all the researchers really gave a lot to the project. And the collection of objects, we asked some of them, could we take some of your office for 5 years? And they said, okay, yeah, well, okay, we do that. And the university management have also backed up. So but it's fantastic. And the funny thing is that when we began with this Nobel Prize takers office that we collected, and then we thought, well, perhaps we should do an exhibition about what research is. And then the funny thing is that then you thought, well, why didn't you do that 10 years ago or 20 years ago? Because it's so obvious to do for a university museum. So, but that's the way life is. Something coincidences influence you and make you find out where the gold is. So for us, it has also been a good project to do. So we are really, really happy about the prize. It's, I can't believe it really. It's so fantastic. I really am, and I don't know what to say. It's really fantastic. And come here, Susanne here and Trine. Susanne here has been also a part of the architect of the project here, and Trine here is also wonderful team member. I'm not the only one. We have a good staff here working with us. So thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Martin. You're very sweet, and it's wonderful. It's humbling, but it was really a wonderful project and a good example of how to do a difficult thing, which is to present the processes of research. And so, yeah, and to David and to Sefi, oh my God, you were very, very close, and congratulations too. In fact, you are winners too, because we put the winner, and then there's the 2 runner-ups, and you are fantastic, and you did a wonderful job, and all your teams, and apply next year again, and you and other projects because what we really want here in UMAC, and this actually was started by Peter, the idea was of Peter Stavery, the first chair of UMAC, and he's here. So I would like to, you know, mark very well that this idea of the UMAC Award was really to spread the word, give voice, give visibility of incredible projects that are hidden sometimes in universities, and you know, and should be better known worldwide. And that's what we're here for, and we're delighted that we disseminated, produced those small videos, interviews with you, and disseminated your projects to the world. And that's what we're here for. Thank you so much. Akiko, thank you. You are great. You are such a great UMAC Award chair. Really, you are wonderful. I really enjoy working with you. And also to the jury, thank you so much for everything and for you know, being available to evaluate these projects, because I know it takes time to evaluate them well, absolutely. And yeah, let's move on and let's more projects. We will soon open the call for the UMAC Award 2022. And but for the moment, Martin, enjoy Denmark. It's actually the second time that Denmark wins, huh? So we have to be careful with Denmark, you know. But yeah, Denmark is university museology is kind of leading, huh? At least per country. You're leading. I hope that we have more projects from elsewhere in the world too, you know, and that's very important. So if you're watching us on YouTube, I know you know a university museum professionals who are doing a terrific job, who are having incredible ideas. Submit the nominations for the next year's UMAC Award. We will be delighted to have. We want to have 1,000 projects. I mean, this jury can handle it. It's good. It's going to be done. It's marvelous. Thank you so much. Thank you to all. And I don't think there's anything else to say. Is there, Akiko? No?
Yes, congratulations.
Yes. Our warmest congratulations from everyone here, everyone on YouTube, and also the whole UMAC community. Congrats, Martin. And now go and have a glass of champagne.
Yeah, we should. And thank you to all again for also making the presentations and I mean, yeah, sharing this, I mean, our work we all do at our university museums. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. See you next year.